So it's funny. People say, "Oh man, so how you like gospel or whatever?" I'm like, I don't know much because I don't know about that genre. I grew up in the culture of hip hop, and hip hop wasn't started to promote women being degraded, drug abuse, the glorification of all this other stuff that's happening.
Real talk.
Hip hop was started as a voice of disenfranchised young people who didn't know where to go, where to turn to say the things that they had on their chest, to talk about the issues in their community. They needed an outlet. And hip hop became an outlet for them to be creative instead of shooting each other, stabbing each other.
Word up.
And that's what I fell in love with. And I thank God that, as my heart changed, my perspective changed, and he grew me to not continue to perpetuate this idea that all we are about is criminality and degrading women. And we're more than that. I'm grateful that he's pushed me to be a voice, to kind of be a voice within the culture to say, hey, listen, we over here, and we ain't all about that. All of us ain't on that. And, the objective was never to be churchy. It's just to say, look at what God did, right? It wasn't to say, I'm better than you, or I got it right, you don't. It was to say, man, I'm just as messed up as you are, but the grace of God. You know what I mean? Change.
Amen.
Different. And I'm changed because of a story, right? Stories change people, you know that? People don't realize when stories change people. When you go to the movies, you go to watch a story and you hope that it impacts you. So a lot of times the stories do impact you. And man, I'm changed because of a story of a world that was created good and perfect. It was without flaw. A story of God who made these people and said, I love y'all, the sharp planet, killing. A story of two individuals who thought they knew better and said, you know what, I think we can do this on our own. We don't really need you, God. And after that, it's just been more and more drama and crime and pain and hurt and fallenness and sickness. But God wasn't like, oh man, y'all just gonna have to figure that out. God was like, I love y'all enough. I love y'all enough to send a solution, to be the solution, to come down here, to live the life that you couldn't live and to die the death that you deserve to die. I'm gonna do it for you. All you gotta do is trust in me. Put your hope, put your faith in me. I'll do the change. It ain't about fix yourself up, get yourself together, put your suit on, tie your shoes. It's about just come to me. I got you. I got you. Just admit it. You don't have it all together. I got you. So, knowing where I came from, because I was let's be clear. I'm still a work in progress. I'm not what I used to be, but I'm not what I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? So knowing where I came from, far be it from me to turn my nose up and look at people sideways and say, man, get yourself together. I know where I came from, I know what I wrestle with. So when I'm out here looking at society and I'm looking at the culture, it blows my mind. Again, I didn't grow up in church, so all I know is my newfound faith. It blows my mind when I don't see these believers stepping out and doing something about all the crazy stuff that's going on in this world right now. Right? Like you hear about bombings in Syria and wars in different countries, and you come home and you got Ferguson and you got Baltimore and South Carolina, and you got all this crazy stuff happening. And when I get on social media, all I keep singing is praying for you, praying for you, praying for you, praying for this place, praying for that. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with praying. But I thought we were supposed to be the hands and the feet. I thought we were supposed to be the salt of the earth, the light of the world. I thought we were supposed to be the people that say, yo, I know exactly what it feels like to be counted out, to be hopeless. And because I got hope, let me come bring you some. Right? I thought that's what we were supposed to be. know what it feels like to not be loved, so let me love you the way that I'm loved unconditionally. So it blows my mind. So I'm like, yo, what we gonna do? We gonna retweet? That's all we gonna do. We gonna like pictures? That's all we gonna do. And so, and how many of y'all between the ages of 18 and 25? You between the ages of 18 and 25, every major movement, shift in culture, revolution, was pretty much led by people between the ages of 18 and 25. They wasn't leading a social media revolution, they was leading real revolutions.
Real talk.
They was out there getting it. Right? No mortgage, no kids, ain't nothing to do but change the world. I think you gotta believe that you have that ability. I think you gotta believe that you were made for more than what you settling for. And I know it's difficult. I know when you look out here, you're like, man, it's hard, it's crazy stuff going on. But guess what? It ain't never been easy. Ancient Greece, ancient Rome, 1800s, civil rights era. It was never easy. People still stood up and said, you know what? I can do something, right? I mean, you got the greatest power on your side. You can look at all of it and say, man, it's crazy out there. But it's been crazy. It's been crazy all throughout history. But guess what? God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. He ain't changed. He's on your side. He's on your side. So I said I have to say, man, I've been changed. You know, I'm not the same person I used to be, and I've experienced love and grace and hope and peace and joy. And it'd be crazy for me to see a man struggling outside saying, Cray, I ain't got nothing to eat, nothing. And me to just look at him and say, I'm praying for you. That's a crime. That's a crime. I was hungry and I was fed. I was lost and I was found. I was homeless and I was adopted and given a new home. I was fatherless and I was given a new father, a new family. Look at my family out here tonight.
Woo!
I'm just gonna keep carrying on, but if I was gonna say anything, man, I would just say, no matter how difficult it looks out there, no matter how insignificant you feel, you keep asking yourself, man, what can I do? That's the right question. You're just asking it wrong. Instead of saying, what can I do? Say, what can I do? Because you can do something. You can't do it all, but you can do something. And as crazy as it looks, it's always been crazy. It ain't nothing new. It's just deja vu.